Don Beyer increased his net worth as soon as becoming our representative from 52 million to 100, and what is that, 28 million? That's coming up to being triple. I guess I'm Batman or something because I'm not supposed to believe in coincidences. Right? What is that about, Don? You know what I mean? Look at, he's ranked, he's the 5th richest, I mean by the numbers, $124 million. Okay? And he, with a 30% efficacy. I'm not done yet. This is just getting started here, Don. This is a screenshot from Capital Trades. You can see how much he's traded. There's more here. That's, and you'd have to healthcare, anything, any kind of, he's capitalizing off of legislation that only has a 30% efficacy. All right, and then what else you got for me, Don? As of, this is again the source of Axios. Have a good one. House of Representatives with the most financial trades. Don Beyer's number 2. From 2020 to 2022. Now he supported the Abigail Spanberger was working on that too. It was an extension of what Obama had done in his tenure of the disclosing, but now it's actually getting it out and putting them in an account that you can't touch with your family also. So still. It should be noted that Elizabeth Warren had campaigned on an anti-American Corruption Act. I read it. It's not the same as what Represent Us has. The minutia is broken down. It's just too much. It was overreach. She overreached the general welfare. Elizabeth Warren used to be Republican. So it would have been nice to see more of a balance there. Didn't see it. And maybe if Elizabeth Warren had campaigned on, that's basically what I've done in my life. I've taken the good ideas and then just, if there was one, like a Bernie, if there's like a CO salary cap, what's reasonable, you know what I mean? But not, how are we going to pay for free universal health care and education without it hindering progress? You know what I mean? We need asteroid money for that kind of thing. Unless you have another idea. Just don't say what to pay for. People don't want their taxes going up and then want to remain competitive. So, again, go after the ideas, not the person. Unfortunately, a person comes with a lot of ideas, and that's just how people think. But if they're able to meet in the middle, and that's what we're all about here. This is CNBC putting Don here on a pedestal about going back to school. He has the time to go back to school to get his master's degree. I did a little digging. It's at night. It's one class a semester. Okay. How much time does that take? I've asked his office. I have the records. I've asked him. Just, you know, and I don't underestimate my opponents, and I do my homework. Right? Even on Beyer's website, it's like Don's actually looking for an exodus. Who has a master's degree in artificial intelligence, said there's no shortage of smart lawmakers on AI, including Beyer. So why put him up on a pedestal like that? Good for him, right? But if he's going to have a 30% efficacy, even if he gets his degree, and there's other lawmakers, why even put him up there? Promote him, Don Beyer. What about Stephen Lamb? Anyways, so moving on here. Don Beyer, this was just, what was it, Don, a couple months ago, where you were asked to speak about AI. Right there. For the messenger, it's a YouTube video. You can check it all out. He said that. That's a closed caption right there. Now, I can't tell you how much time this gobbles. Why not, Don? You already have a 30% efficacy. You have all this money. You can't tell us? Seriously? I will tell you. If I'm doing something in my professional life that's going to benefit you, if there's something going on in my personal life, I'll see what it would be. You know, if I have a medical condition, then I'll let you know, hey, I got to be out of the office for it. I'm there for one term, right? So, let's see here. I have no problems. It is how much love there would be to be an honor to be elected and then serve one term and then have to put it away. I'm sure maybe that's not something George Washington, I think he might have been happy. It was sad and happy I've seen the way Obama looked after he said But I would have to own up to that principle. And then if I lie, then just don't vote for him. What's the big deal? So he's got to retire sometime. Again, pushing us to democratic socialism. You know, he's a centrist Democrat. That might work in a place like Arlington, but those ideas don't work nationwide. We have money like that because of the federal government, the taxes, the business, everything. You know, Amazon, Raytheon, Nestle, Deloitte, Patent Office, the Pentagon. We've got money like that around here, and that's fine, okay? But that's not what we want. Balance here. We need someone who reasonably understands these things, call things out, and then work with them, and be just like any other office environment. You know, all of you have a boss or a boss or boss. You got to stand there and look at people. We're not children, okay? All right. Anyways, so read this on turnout and how I saw establishment. Democrat ideology is painfully corrupt and at odds with progressive voter aspirations. Behind the scenes stuff, 30% efficacy, Don. And I'm not trying to demonize no party here. I'm just saying, money in politics. Read the article. Turnout rates fine on the need to buy strike. The founder, I have no money invested in the need to buy strike. The founder, we've communicated. Just little, things like thanks, Stephen, you know what I mean, on LinkedIn, but I've never talked to her on the phone. I actually think she would make a really good White House press secretary, but maybe one day. Let's see here. So there you see right here. This is from GovTrack. You can see we're Don Beyer, right? Two center left. We want to. You don't have to be here. This is fascinating, actually, how this balances out. Kind of makes sense. I mean, this isn't how legislation that's been passed. It just shows you where voter records have standed, for these elected officials. So, but you see, it is going more left. That's fine. But right now, we need something right around here, something genuine. All the people that are saying that don't have the platform that I have. They don't have the constitutional thinking that I have. I know I'm a little raw on social media. That's social media. Aren't lots of things raw on who doesn't like a good action movie or something like that? Come on. Who's afraid a little bit of blood when it comes to a Rocky movie? It's somewhat, social media is somewhat fiction. Very much. You know what I mean? Like, come on. I'm not the same person I was when I took that photo. I don't work there. Whatever it is. You know what I mean? Anyways, moving on. This one is probably one of my favorite ones. Don he doesn't acknowledge this stuff. He just shoots himself right in the foot. He's got this on his Twitter right now. He's boasting about the raft of excellent economic indicators showing strong, sustained growth at the end of 2023. And he's all saying, it's basically saying because of Democratic policies. Not really. Not really. It's from consumer spending. If you've done the research, that's what that's from. I voted Democrat, but you don't see me be like, oh, it's because I voted Democrat. No, it's because we kept spending. There's nothing really particularly, even 30%. And you say that. I say this to him. None of these numbers reflect political resolve, even if buried somewhere from merely 30% per your only chosen feature post on Facebook. People repost other people saying, oh, Democratic policies are superior. In some ways, sure, but as far as the economy, the better numbers, no. and I tell him maybe he should get help for political fever, and you'll see why. I got to get to that. Come on, it's ego deflation. I got to get to people. People have done that to me, but these days, if you're going to come and if you're going to try and do that, then you better know what you're doing. Okay. Anyways, so I tell Beyer to get off his high horse. Why give them an excuse? Because there's another post here where he had got, look, this is the most failing congressional, the 118th Congress is the worst it's ever been. He's a part of it. He's been there the whole time. His members keep going. His personal members are fine. His economic members are fine. Totally fine. Always have been. Especially since he got in office, right? So he's saying the House GOP majority made Congress far less effective by empowering the extreme right, refusing to solve problems. This is why they can't. Blah, 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 as one Republican put it. Name one meaningful, well, it's time for reform, right? But also the left, don't give them a reason. Let's not impose socialist ideas, and then with that 30% efficacy, with the money, and then the unconstitutionality, mixing up religion and politics. Get over it. Okay? All right. This is why I say this, said Don Beyer. Potomac fever, right? I've always wanted to get into politics. And he enjoys it. I heard through the grapevine that Don wanted to retire. I wasn't born yesterday. I'm not a nobody around here. Come on, Don. I talk to people. I hear things. So this is what you enjoy that? I don't enjoy it. I get a little allergies. I get some allergies in the springtime. Maybe they've evolved since I'm older. Now I get them somewhat in the fall time, but seriously, Don, retire, please, please. I'm going to keep coming at this. I'm going to keep coming at you. Till you special debate, please. All right, let's move on quick. We're taking too much time here.